Bun Sisters.
I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Lauren. This is episode 2. And today we're talking about I'm not a mom.
No, she's not.
So dumb.
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
Oh, man, I love I'm not a mom. That's my
And I
favorite.
love that I am a mom.
I mean, no. I meant to say I love that.
Oh, pobrecito.
For those who are not watching on YouTube, Alyssa has her little baby Liam on his lap, and he has a little baby cough. Just a little baby cough.
Yeah.
What I meant to say, not that I like being a mom. I like in Broad City when she goes, I'm not a mom. That's like my favorite thing. That's why. Anyway, so today we're going to be talking about being a mother and not being a mother, and
how
Alyssa is a mom and I'm not a mom. And
How many times can we say that? I'm a mom.
and I'm not a mom. But we just really wanted to explore like what it's like as sisters, and Alyssa having a baby, me not having a baby, and being parents. And this is obviously Thea's, and this is like your first time being a parent and how that's been for you.
Yeah.
So eventually we're going to have sponsors in this part, and every single time we have a podcast, we're going to talk about having sponsors right here.
Or we can talk about questions that our listeners have too.
Yeah, listeners, if you have questions, we do have a Patreon account.
Yeah.
So it's going to be linked below on YouTube and also probably linked on our podcast page. But if you want to be a patron of our podcast, meaning you just like are a patron of us, if you want to see more of what we do, want to invest in us, just go to our Patreon page. We're going to link it below in our YouTube and in our podcast. And this will be a time where we're going to like read reviews. So leave reviews on
The podcast.
on iTunes and everything.
And on YouTube.
We would
Like us.
subscribe, follow, whatever. And even like leave stuff on our Instagram.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we're going to have Facebook. Do you want to have Facebook?
Perhaps not.
Perhaps not. Okay, so on our Instagram.
Sorry, Facebook.
Yeah, sorry. But I mean, really,
It's okay.
Facebook owns Instagram, so it's not like a big deal.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, either way, they're getting money. But like, just put, if there's any questions you have, any topics that you want us to go over, especially about what it was like for us to be sisters and our experience, we'd love to hear from you guys.
We still are sisters.
We are still sisters. But yes, the topic of today is about being parents and what that's been like for Alyssa and how that's affected me as the older sister.
Oh.
Yeah. Older.
4 years old.
Older. Okay. So I guess like my first question for Alyssa, little Liam's doing so good right here on your lap. He's just so cute.
We're like 5 minutes in.
I know. Oh, crap. I always do this. I always forget to start the timer.
It's fine.
We're probably like 3 minutes in. Props 3. So like when did you and David decide that you wanted to like become parents? You're like breathing into that microphone.
I'm nervous about talking about being a mom.
Okay, so when did y'all decide that you actually like wanted to be a mom?
We started talking about being parents probably before we even got married.
Ew.
Well, I mean, not.
Yeah, cool.
You know what I mean. Not like okay.
Yeah, I get it. Sorry, might be.
So I've come from a family of 4. Mm-hmm. We have an older brother, Lauren, and a middle brother, and then me. Mm-hmm. And David comes from a family of 3. So we're both from
David's dad.
David's dad comes from a family of 10. He's one of 10.
Well, my husband Trent comes from a family of 8.
Yeah.
So you have like fairly large families in.
Okay, but this is about me.
Okay, sorry.
Just kidding. But seriously, so David and I talked about, how many kids did we want, because we really liked we liked 3. Mm-hmm. So whenever, I don't know how we both decided like we want to start having kids pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think I always just thought I wanted to be. I don't know. I just always thought I wanted to be a young mom. I mean, I'm 26, so young-ish. Mm-hmm. But especially for now, everyone's kind of waiting a little bit longer, and we'll talk about you in a second, waiting. But so we were married about a year, and then before we decided, we were married a year, and then we said,
Viva La Barca 2016.
Yeah,
That's
and it was
crazy.
2018.
Yeah.
So we were married a year, and then we decided let's not prevent anything.
Yeah.
And 6 months later, I got pregnant.
That's crazy. Like, did you take like prenatals or like what happened?
I was taking prenatals when we decided that we were going to start trying.
prenates. Is that like a thing? Like you have to take prenatals?
I think I was taking prenatals even before because they're good for your hair, skin, and nails as well. And it's a multivitamin. So I think I was taking them before, but I'm not very good at taking pills. So then when I knew we were trying to get pregnant, I took them more religiously every single day.
Oh, the prenatals.
Yes.
Oh.
What else are we talking
I was
about?
thinking birth control, like you take pills every single day.
I never took birth control.
You never took birth control? Ever?
No, because it freaked me out. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. In the back of my mind, my biggest fear in life was not being able to have children. Like that was my biggest fear in life. So I thought, why would I?
He smiled because he's like, God had a different plan.
Yeah.
And you're silly. You're silly for thinking that.
So
Okay,
praise
go ahead.
God.
Yeah.
I was able to have children, but I didn't want to do anything that was going to
Prevent it.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
okay. Oh, I want to come back to like your experience of like, I want to talk about like,
Pregnancy.
fibroid and stuff like that. But I kind of want to know like, how did you find out? When did you find out? Like, when did you tell David?
Yeah, that was fun.
Let's talk about how you found out first.
So whenever I found out, I think every month I was expecting, oh, I'm pregnant. Oh, I think I'm pregnant. And then I would not
Is
be
that
pregnant.
just like,
It was a little nerve wracking.
why did you do that to yourself?
I don't know. I don't know. And so,
I don't know.
So when I took the pregnancy test, it was kind of like, I've taken it every month. I'm probably not pregnant. So I'm not even going to wait till David's home. I'm just going to take it whenever he leaves for work. And so
He's laughing.
yeah. So I took it after David left for work one morning, and I didn't have to be at work until later. I took it by myself in our bathroom. Just, I don't know. I had leftovers from the last time I took a pregnancy test. So
Wait, there's more than one thing in a pregnancy test?
yeah, sometimes they come in a pack of two.
4?
I bought like 2 packs of 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Just, I mean, because when you take one and it's positive, you're like, oh my God, I have to take another one.
Yeah.
Just to double check. Or when it's negative too, you're like, is there a faint little line?
Wait, you can't have false positives.
Right.
You can only have false negatives.
Yes. But there's sometimes that people, when they take their pregnancy tests, there's one really strong line where it's negative, and then there can be a very faint line.
Okay.
Second line.
Yeah.
And that's like positive.
Okay,
So,
Liam.
can you hear him?
Yeah.
That's funny. So it was like 2 solid lines, like no doubt about it.
He was
I
like,
was pregnant.
I'm here. I'm
Yes.
ready. I'm
Yes.
going to take the day on. Yeah. Okay.
And I'm home alone, and I literally jump up. I'm running around the house like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Like by myself, and just like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I didn't have a plan on how to tell David. Like I just was pregnant.
Yeah.
So then that day I got.
Wait. What day was this?
I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't know. It was right when we got back from New York City.
Yeah. So basically, Alyssa brought Liam to New York City for my 30th birthday. So he was.
I
there to
didn't know
celebrate
I was
with me.
pregnant.
She
Yeah.
didn't. We didn't like drink or anything. We weren't like, did we? I don't remember.
I mean, I might have, but I didn't know. I had
didn't matter.
no
He
idea.
he was like this little baby. Tiny,
Yes.
Like 2 baby cells.
Yes. So it was right when we come back. So probably like end of September, early October, maybe.
A year ago. It's crazy.
So go to Target.
That was my burp inside me. Did you hear that?
What's funny is I've been holding in a burp for a long time too.
Burp to the side. This
There's
is
a
hash.
cough.
This is like no filter time.
I know. I'm sorry, podcasters. Wait, podcast listeners.
YouTubers too.
Yes. So I go to Target and I decide, okay, I'm just going to get him like a card that says congrats on being a dad or something. And I'm going to get a little onesie. So I got this newborn onesie that says let's hear it for Team Dad. I have the pregnancy test in tow as well. I'm just going to show him the pregnancy test so he doesn't think I'm pulling his leg or something. So I call him and I'm like, hey, I'm going to come down to the office just to visit you for the day. And I never do that. So I'm surprised he wasn't like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Like, why? But he was like, okay, like, see you soon. So I went down before work, and I got the Target bag and I was like, well, come down to the car and I have something to show you.
You showed him in the car.
Yeah, and I stayed in the car, which I was upset about. I was like, why didn't I get out of the car to give it to him? So I'm sitting in the driver's seat and he's like leaning over, looking in and opening up this gift that's just like in a Target bag. It's real special.
Well, how about question?
Yeah.
That's an inside joke, sorry. Yeah. We'll talk about that later.
David will get it. So
question. Anyway, okay.
I should have said that. Question. How do you feel about being a dad? You better say happy because I'm pregnant.
No.
So
I'm pregnant. Bye.
So yeah, he opened it and I'm like trying to record him secretly, but it's not a secret. And so he's like, don't record me. I'm crying. Aww, yeah, it was really sweet.
David.
So
David.
Yeah. Another inside joke. So we went. So actually the first person we told, and I'm sorry about this, it was Esther because she and David worked together. This is David's aunt. And
rude.
She was like, David's like, we have to tell her, like, she's up there knowing that you're down here and I'm going to walk upstairs crying and she's going to be like, why are you crying? And whatever. So we went and she was the first person that we told. It was really sweet. Yeah.
I'm mad at you, Esther. Anyway, well, let's talk about, like, I was in New York.
Yeah.
So the whole time that Alyssa was pregnant, I was living in New York City, which is kind of sad.
It was really sad for me.
Because I missed like a bunch of you like growing, a bunch of little Liam. Limoncito, mijito, growing. He's still right here, guys. He's doing so good. He's like knocking on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed a lot. I missed like some baby showers.
You came to a lot actually. And then also you got to see my pregnant belly whenever we were in Dallas for Lauren's
That's right.
bachelorette party.
Yeah, our sister-in-law I got to see.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. So, I mean, I got to be a part of some, like, oh God, why am I burping
I don't know.
Ugh.
Lauren. Close your nose, Liam. It smells.
It doesn't smell that bad. I got to be like a part of a lot of things, which was really nice, especially towards the end when we were deciding to like move back to San Antonio. But I guess what kind of stunk is like you got to tell everybody in person.
Yeah.
And you had to, when you told us. So Alyssa told us over FaceTime. So she FaceTimed us. And this was like 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks after they visited. So we were just like, okay, whatever.
I mean, we FaceTimed you guys pretty often just because y'all are like our best friends.
Yeah. And so, best friends.
We are.
Yeah. And so I just, he's like eating his hand right now.
He's probably hungry.
Yeah. Oh God.
It's okay.
Okay.
We're on the time.
You're going to breastfeed right here?
No.
Yeah, so they FaceTimed us and Nathan was there for Trent's birthday.
That's right.
Yeah, so we were in New York City and we were just FaceTiming, whatever.
I forgot he was there.
Yeah, so Nathan knew too. So you only had told like Esther.
Probably mom and dad.
Mom and dad probably at that
and
time.
Rebecca.
And Rebecca, which is David's sister. Rebby.
Yeah.
She loves that name. Everyone call her Rebby. Yeah, and Rebecca. So we were FaceTiming, whatever, and then Alyssa was like, hey, guess what? I'm pregnant.
I showed you the pregnancy test.
Yeah, over the FaceTime. And I was just like, over the FaceTime?
God. Over the FaceTime.
That's what happens when you turn 30. Over FaceTime.
And I was just 31.
Like, anyway, I think when this launches, I'll be 31.
Mm-hmm. So you should start saying 31 now. Drink your wine.
Yeah, hang on one second.
So I told you over FaceTime. Gross.
Uh-oh. Baby crying. Okay, yeah, Alice told me over FaceTime, had the whole thing, and like me and Trent were just like literally in shock. Like we didn't know why you were FaceTiming us. It was just like, whatever, like another day. And I'm still kind of like speechless now. Like I was kind of in shock because I was just like, oh my God. And I'm not even joking. Maybe.
What was your first thought? Like, did you think I was joking?
Okay. So maybe 2 or 3 days. Uh-oh. David.
One little gray.
Dad. Liam's calling you. Probably like 2 days before.
Oh my gosh, is David in the bathroom right now?
Here he is.
Oh.
All right, say bye to Liam, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, Liam.
Boop, boop.
He's walking over to his dad.
Oh, grab him. I can't reach.
Hey, he made it for half the podcast. That's really good.
Good job, baby.
Kiddo.
Good job, dude.
Yeah, he did a good job. So probably like 2 or 3 days before y'all told us that you were getting pregnant, I legitimately had a conversation with Trent saying, Trent, we might need to get pregnant first, because if we don't get pregnant first, we're going to get all the hand-me-downs.
Oh, yeah.
And we're not going to get any of the good stuff.
Yeah.
We're not, like, people aren't going to like give us like really nice stuff. We're just going to get all the hand-me-downs from Alyssa or Alec. And just side note, I think Alec's going to get pregnant next.
You're going to get like double hand-me-downs.
I'm going to get so many hand-me-downs.
Alec's going to get pregnant. Oh my gosh. If you're listening to the podcast, you have to watch this on YouTube because Lauren just spilled wine all over herself. She forgot how to drink. That's what 31 That's what 31 does to you.
Yeah. I'm sorry. And this is your shirt too.
Ay.
Anyway. Okay. So, so I literally said that like maybe 2 or 3 days before, and then we FaceTimed this, and it was funny because we were FaceTiming, and then we were like, Nathan's here too, and he just like popped his head in.
Like,
Nathan
shut up, guys.
Yeah, Nathan's Trent's best friend, and I guess also David's kind of. They have like a threesome. Anyway, so yeah, that's how they told us. I think it was really sweet the way you told like mom and dad.
Yeah, I try to do something special for everyone in the family. Mm-hmm. And then towards the end, I kind of just showed them a video of how I surprised other people.
What do you mean?
So like,
you did show us a video of how you surprised Rebby. She was like, I don't believe you.
Yeah. So sorry. I just got really excited. I would record like a lot of the people's reactions at the beginning, and then towards the end I would just show them their reaction video, like show the new people that I'm telling the reaction video so they could see that I was pregnant. Anyways, I just thought it was funny.
And you told everyone.
That's how I told Alec, actually.
You didn't even have a special thing for our brother.
No, and I didn't record him like reacting to it either. I felt bad.
What did you do for Alec?
You know why? Because at my birthday, my last birthday, October 22nd is my birthday. So I had already found out like a couple weeks before. Mm-hmm. And we were going out to dinner with friends, and Alec and Lauren were supposed to meet up with us. Mm-hmm. So we went to dinner first, and then we were going somewhere else. Mm-hmm. And I think had a drink before at dinner or something or like tried to just have sips and then gave the rest to David so that they wouldn't know.
Suspect.
Because I didn't want to tell them then.
Yeah.
But then Diami is like,
this is the second time we mentioned Diami in our podcast.
We love Diami.
I guess.
Diami is like, Alyssa, we're going to get you so drunk, blah, 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 blah. And I was like,
Diami? How dare you?
You know what I mean? Like, it was just like my birthday. Mm-hmm. He was like joking.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And, and then I was like, okay, like, ha, ha, ha. And then
Let's do it.
Yeah. And then we went to the second place, but Alec and Lauren weren't there. Mm-hmm. They had to stop somewhere in between dinner and the night out. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I told David on the way to the other place, I was like, we have to tell our friends. Yeah. Because they're going to know that, if I don't, get a margarita or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm making our friends sound like alcoholics. Sorry.
Okay. To be fair, we live in South Texas. A margarita is just like...
Water.
What?
Air.
Exactly. Oh my God. Yeah.
So,
okay. Yeah.
Your bun's getting out of control right now.
Messy Bun Sisters. Yeah. So you just told.
Yeah. So I told them, and Alec and Lauren weren't there. So I was like, dang it. Like
You told all the friends before you told Alec and Lauren.
Because I had to.
Yeah. Yeah.
I felt bad. I still feel bad. Sorry, Alec.
So when did you tell them though?
Oh, so how did I tell them? Like at what point? It was the same night. But we like were in the parking lot at JCPenney.
It's so
And
special.
I was like, I showed him a reaction video.
Of who?
I think Effie.
Effie is David's uncle.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
I know. Sorry, Alec.
I mean,
I wanted it
why
to
weren't
do
you there
special,
for
but
Alyssa's birthday?
yeah.
So.
That's it.
Well, how did you like prepare yourself to like become a mom? And did you prepare yourself? Did you nest? Like that's a thing.
Okay, I think I really wanted to nest, but it's kind of hard.
Why?
Whenever so first trimester I was really tired. Second trimester I had some energy, but even still it was hard.
Yeah.
Third trimester I was done.
Yeah.
So I am
Your feet swole like
Yes.
real bad.
yeah. So
They're gross.
Yeah, and I would work like 10 plus hours days at work. And like I worked like 4 or 5 days a week at this
Yeah.
point, just trying to save up for my maternity leave.
Yeah.
So I would go to work, I would come home, and I wanted to do everything I could to nest, but I
Yeah.
was so tired and I needed to put my feet up because my feet were like double the size.
That's gross.
So I know it was awful. I wanted to prepare, but it was hard because
Yeah.
at the end I felt like I was just telling people what to do, and I'm not.
Alyssa's not good at that. Like, sorry guys, when I get pregnant, I'm gonna be like,
So bossy.
You're doing this for me. I'm sorry, Trent. Like, whenever I get pregnant, it's gonna be. I'm sorry. Sorry to you too, and to David,
Yeah.
and to Alec, and Mom and Dad.
So
I'm
at the very
apologizing right
end-
now on record that I just want y'all to know, like, full disclosure, and I just want y'all to know I'm giving you.
I
a
forgive
warning. Okay, thanks.
Because I know what it's like to be pregnant and it's hard. So, thankfully, well, not thankfully, but I was put on bed rest the
Yeah.
last week and a half of my pregnancy. Well, it was like at 36 weeks
Yeah.
that I was put on bed rest. And at that point, we didn't have a crib. We didn't really have anything. And so Mom and
You
Dad.
didn't have a crib?
No.
Oh my god.
We didn't have a crib. We didn't have the bassinet. Oh, actually, one of my clients like gave us a bassinet, so we had that.
Yeah.
We didn't have a lot. Like we didn't have his room set up at all.
And he came like super early.
He came 2.5 weeks early.
Tell us about like being in labor and like, cause that's a crazy story. Like the whole thing, like him coming early was just like crazy. Cause we flew in from New York. Like we were going to leave. So his due date was
June 11th.
June 11th. And we had planned to leave New York
June 1st.
June 1st. We'll be here in enough time to like help and everything.
Yeah, I planned to work until May 26th.
Yeah.
Have 2 weeks to do my
Prepare.
nesting and
Yeah.
prepare. And then he was due June 11th. Well, so I was 36 weeks when I got put on bed rest. And then I went back to the doctor and she's like, we're having the baby this weekend. We're having it before the weekend because my blood pressure was high. So I was like, okay. So got induced on a Wednesday night. This is May 23rd. And then labored
How long?
8 hours or so.
You got, okay. So there's like a whole thing about
My
being
pregnancy is
induced.
crazy,
Well, there's
too.
a whole thing about being induced that I didn't even know. Like, what's that P word that you had to get injected
Pitocin.
with? Okay, Pitocin. What is that? Because the
I don't
30
know.
years of my life.
I don't know. They just injected me.
But like, what was
Yeah.
that? And
It literally induces your labor. Like
Yeah.
they put you on a drip so that your labor is induced. And what sucked is they broke my water before too, and they induced my labor. So everything that I heard before, like during my pregnancy, was like, if you get induced and if they break your water, like your contractions are so much worse than if you just went into labor naturally.
Oh no.
And because my blood pressure was high, I couldn't walk around or try to help along with the labor myself. I literally had to lay in bed. I couldn't
Why?
because my blood pressure was high.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So I was just like miserable, like just laying in bed, going through contractions every minute.
Yeah. But you
And-
had an epidural.
No.
Okay.
So
Oh.
yeah, now you remember.
Okay, go ahead. Tell us the story because that was kind of weird.
Yeah. So I started the induction process Wednesday night, and my doctor was like, okay, we're going to break your water, and then you're going to get the epidural, and you're going to not feel any pain at all. It's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, cool. So, but for whatever reason, my nurse was like, well, let's see how you do after she broke my water. Like, don't get the epidural yet. See how you do.
Okay.
And then I started contracting, and it is painful, like very painful. And I was like, okay, I'm ready for the epidural. Like, whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
Choose me.
And so she's like, okay, we'll put you on the list. It'll be about 20 minutes. And I'm already in pain. I'm already doing the thing. And she's like, it'll be 20 minutes. I was like, okay. Like an hour passes by and I'm laboring and it's awful.
An hour?
An hour.
What happened?
And I asked the other doctor, the other nurse, I said, what's going on? Where's the guy?
Where's the stick that goes in my back?
Yes. And she's like, well, he had to go in for a last minute C-section, emergency C-section. He won't be out for another hour or so.
Oh, no.
So he comes back in like an hour and a half.
At that point, like, I'm calling Lauren Hagee or Lauren Gray, my best friend, who is like graduating.
Nursing assistant.
Yeah. And being like, hey, so like, can Lauren stick this in my back? Because I'm not about that.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah. Sorry. Side note. Go ahead. Sorry.
So then I got that epidural and I felt better. I tried to lay down for a nap, and then his, what is it called? Heart rate started going down. So when your baby's heart rate started going, because they check it out in the nurse's office, like the nurse like runs in.
Yeah.
So that was terrifying. So they're like running in, and then they have to move me because I can't move myself. I'm like my legs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they moved me to one side. I tried to lay back down again. Nothing. Move me again. Nothing. Like his heart rate is still like not like balancing. So finally so finally the doctor's like, well, let's try this. So I'm literally like sitting in a chair, like chair pose. Like that's how they ended up being like, he's fine like this.
Yeah.
They check my dilation and I'm like not even 2 centimeters dilated. And she's like, this is how you're going to have to labor. And then they're going to have to come in and move you, blah, 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 do all the stuff. She's like, I think he's upset because the fibroid.
Oh yeah.
So,
talk about your fibroid.
So I have a fibroid. I still have it. It's like a muscle mass that builds up in your uterus. It's like a non-cancerous tumor, but it's just like muscle buildup, I think.
I don't know.
I don't really know, actually. I mean, I kind of know. But mine was like big, as the same size as Liam's head when he was born. Yeah. And so there was a lot of things unknown before.
Right.
And so even me like trying to go vaginally was like, oh, I shouldn't have said that on the podcast. I'm sorry.
Vaginally.
This isn't
having my baby vaginally.
Stop. No one wants to hear that.
Vaginal.
So anyways,
it's natural.
It was so we tried and it didn't work because all those things. So we ended up having the C-section. I had him at like 6:48 at night. It was so awesome, actually. It really worked out well. Like, I'm glad. I love my doctor, and she was able to
give her a shout out.
Heather Cadell, Dr. Heather Cadell, Northeast OBGYN. And Scott Farhart was able to come in. So they teamed up.
Who's
Scott Farhart is an old family friend. I grew up with his son Jared, and so Scott works in the same
practice. He owns it? I don't know.
Didn't know. Somebody correct us.
Anyways,
love him. So I was really glad that he was there. I felt very like at peace that he was there too. And it was just two people who I really respected as doctors, that they both were able to be there and deliver Liam.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Tell us a story about May 24th and why that's a special day. That's Liam's birthday.
That's Liam's birthday. That's all this stuff happened then. Oh, I know what you're trying to say now.
Sorry. Read my mind like a good sister. Jeez.
I got it now. Okay, May 24th was really cool.
Okay.
May 24th was cool because, so my older brother Renee, his birthday is May 24th.
Right.
He was my dad's first son. Liam is our first son.
His first grandchild.
Yes.
My dad.
And then also, it's my dad's birthday.
No.
Right?
it's
No.
not.
Whose birthday is it?
It's our uncle's birthday.
Yeah.
Uncle Ray.
Uncle Ray's birthday.
So
That's our dad's first son. Our grandpa's.
first. Okay, you're just confusing people.
Okay.
Repeat it.
Grandpa's first son. Well,
Yeah.
first son.
May
Ray.
24th.
May 24th. Dad's first son. May 24th. My first son. May 24th. Cool.
My first son. Who knows?
Unknown.
TBD.
Yeah. Which is where we're going to your birthday.
Yeah. Don't come.
This is going to be aired after your birthday.
Yeah. So you won't be there. I mean, maybe you will. Who knows? So yeah, that's crazy. That like every single in our family, every first son was born on May 24th. That's that has to be a special day. Like
it was really special. Whenever I realized that, I came to tears.
Yeah. Are you committed to tears right now?
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
Were you sad that I wasn't there during your whole time?
I was. But you know what was funny is Liam loves Lauren.
Mm-hmm. I've seen him every day of his life.
Yes. Almost. You weren't there the first week because you moved back from New York then.
Yeah.
But it's funny to me because I'm like, I think he remembers you when he was in the womb. Like it feels like he does.
Okay.
To me, just because, but you were the only one that really talked to my belly. Like
Yeah.
I had to pull David to be talk to Liam in the belly.
Yeah.
And you were the only one.
Liam, this is your Thea. This is probably what it sounded like. This is your Thea. But yeah, I mean, sure.
Also, our voices sound very similar.
Debatable. Maybe. I don't know. But I think, yeah, I love Liam.
Yeah.
We're like BFF already.
Yeah.
I was the first one that he smiled at
Maybe.
on FaceTime. Remember? I have a photo of it. I was the first one that fed him in bottle.
That's true.
What other first? The first one to get him a beer, probably?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He really loves you. So
I do
it's
love Liam.
aren't you glad he moved back?
I am.
For
I'm really
Liam,
glad.
that was the main reason he moved back for Liam.
100% was the reason. It was definitely worth it.
Can we talk about you real quick?
Yeah, we don't have that much longer. But.
Okay, I just want to know when you're gonna have Liam's cousin.
So, truth be told, we can talk to Lauren about this when she comes on our podcast. Hernandez, our sister-in-law, because I feel like they're gonna get pregnant first.
Yeah,
I really do. And I actually had a conversation with Trent. He never wants to talk about kids, never wants to talk about it, never names, nothing. He just doesn't like it. And I think it's because he is one of 8.
Yeah.
So his youngest one right now is 4. So he basically
his youngest sibling.
what did I say?
His youngest one, which makes it sound like it's his child.
His youngest sibling is 4. So, I mean, when he was young, there were always babies in the house,
Yeah.
and I think he just needs an adult break maybe. But I had to sit down and talk to him, and be like, okay, seriously, I need to know for myself.
You're 31.
I'm almost 31.
You're 31.
Okay. Okay. We were going to bed, and I was like, okay, Trent, I need to know, just for my own peace of mind, when do you want to have children?
Yeah.
I was like, I want to talk about it. I'm like, I don't care.
We're talking about it.
I need to know timeline. When do you want to have kids? And he was like, maybe when I'm 30. He's 4 years younger than me.
He's my age.
He's Alyssa's age. So when he turns 30, that makes me 34, which is fine to have kids. But it's
pretty
also
average
still,
now.
Yeah, it's average, but it's still kind of a little scary because it is when you turn 35, 36, it's a little bit more of an at risk.
Yeah.
And also it might be a little at risk too, because I am overweight, but whatever. I don't care. I mean, I do.
I get what you're saying.
I don't care that I'm overweight, but I do care about being high
healthy.
risk. Yes, exactly. Anyway, so I'm going to try to convince him to maybe start having kids when he's 29. So that would make me 33. Yeah.
Math.
Math. So then that would be 2020. Yeah.
Okay.
Like at the end of 2020 is when
Yeah.
we would start. So maybe my first kid wouldn't be until 2021. And honestly, it's been really great. Like my whole 20s not having kids.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's definitely pluses.
there
and
is
minuses.
pluses. Yeah. And that's just something that I chose to. And I really would like Trent to experience that too, like not having kids in his 20s. But that's just the price you pay for marrying an older woman, you know? My clock, my TikTok clock.
Yeah, is your
TikTok on the clock and the party
Yeah.
don't stop. Yeah. That's
your
stupid.
clock is ticking.
Yeah, and
but
his
your clock is ticking to the party song. That's what you were trying to say.
No.
That's what you were trying to sing.
No.
Okay.
Anyway, so but like his clock never like ends, you know, like he can have
For a guy.
Yeah. I like how Alyssa's like laying back and then coming up to the mic when she has something to say, and then coming back. And then coming up to the mic when she has something to say.
Well, because I feel like you can't hear me from back here.
I can't. There you
See?
go. Yeah, see. Okay. Well, just sit up here.
But I'm comfortable.
Anyway, so yeah, I mean, coming Garcia baby 2021 probably.
Be on the
is
lookout.
when you're going to be seeing a little mini Trent. Or
That's probably going to be when Varga baby number 2.
You think so? So I've always wanted to plan a baby around Lauren Gray too. And Lauren Gray's like hungry for a baby.
Hungry.
She's hungry. She's like wanted a baby. My best friend Lauren, she's like wanted to have a baby since we were like 22.
Yeah.
And her husband's older too. How old is Travis?
No idea. Older.
He's not that much older. But like,
But yeah.
but you know, like he's
But
so like they're
guys,
fine.
Clocks
They
don't
go forever.
stop ticking.
Yeah. Don't stop from the clock. Anyway, yeah, so that's episode number 2 about what it's like. I guess a lot about Alyssa's pregnancy and what it was like for her to be a mom and when my baby's coming in.
Yeah. Liam can babysit your baby now. Maybe not. Never mind.
No, because he'll be like 13
Okay.
and I'll be like 10. Anyways, so
Oh, but then they could be like as far apart as you and I, and maybe they'll be close later in life. Okay.
I'm just trying to think. Okay, so me and my cousin Selenia are 2 years apart, and we're like really close.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Okay, so don't forget to like, subscribe, share our podcast if you guys like what we're doing here. Also, Patreon. Don't forget.
Patreon.
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 If you would like to give to us on Patreon. Also on YouTube. And don't forget to comment and like and
send us questions.
Send us questions of things that you would like for us to talk about. Anything else?
Bye.
Bye.